I was born in a little town called Saroti, a very small town. I can't remember the population there, but a very, very like a two-street town, basically. I don't remember much of my childhood, but my schooling was excellent. I was about 10 minutes away from the school. So
That's
we
nice.
used to walk there in the morning. It would start around 8 o'clock in the morning. It was called Saroti High School.
Okay.
And I studied there till my Cambridge. So I did my GCSEs in Saroti. The school would start at 8, finish at 1. So come home for lunch.
Right.
Have lunch, and then in the afternoon we would go for netball rounders, because I was a captain of a netball team. We would play rounders, hockey.
Wow.
And then we would have like these social events, garbas and ras and all that. So we would do all that, and then in the evenings we would just play in the, I don't know what they call here, but it was the gullies. And we would just play like skipping or panchika, with the 5 stones.
Yes.
So we would, all the friends are very local. So, we would all get together around 4 or 5 o'clock and play till about 6:30. Most of our families, the friends I knew, were quite from Orthodox, background. The parents at that time were quite scared that, they were not that liberal in the sense that they were nervous, I don't know, about the girls' names being spoiled if they went out with someone, because they had to, at that time people were not allowing the girls to study that further.
Okay.
GCSEs was the maximum they would let the girls study up to. That's what my parents wanted me to do, but I actually had to fight to go into higher education.
Oh, and you did?
And I did. I went to Tarora Girls' School for my inter A-levels, which is called inter science or something. I didn't like it much there because it was very, what do you call it? It was like boarding and lodging there, and I had never left home. So the first 3 months were very hard. I had made a lot of lovely friends, but then because my 2 brothers were studying in India,
Right.
I wanted to go to India. So
Did you go?
I did.
Oh,
I
right.
did. I had to really convince my dad to send me to India, and I was fortunate enough to go to. I studied in Bhavans, Mumbai, Andheri,
Right.
for 2 years. And I came back home in May, because the colleges break in May. I went to Bombay in 1970. I used to come home every year or twice a year. And in 72, May, I came home for holidays,
Right.
intending to go back. But 72 was this
Yes.
year.
Were there very noticeable changes? What did you notice?
What, at the time of Idi Amin's thing? The first stroke, the worst one, was my dad passed away in July.
Sorry to hear that.
And 14 days later, we were still mourning. Idi Amin announced that all the Asians had to leave the country, and we thought he was just messing around. Nobody, I don't know, maybe I was too naive to even understand what was going on. But then people, when they used to come and, mourn, like 16 days of mourning when somebody passes away, then everybody was talking seriously about it and how we were going to get out of the country in that time, winding everything up. But I think those few weeks were horrible, in the sense that the military people were all over the town. So at night, when you're sleeping, all you could hear was people walking around in the neighborhood, knocking on the windows. So we were actually sleeping in one room, my brothers, sisters.
Really?
Yeah, and that was the horrible feeling. I can still remember that, and it's a horrible thought. You would think that they would just come in and either shoot you or take the girls away, because there were so many cases of rape, murder. So yeah, that was the horrible bit. But